One choice. One place. Discovery Health Channel. Real life, medicine, miracles.
The urban sprawl just goes on for days.
Phoenix, Arizona, a sprawling metropolis in the heart of a desert. Heavy traffic and high speeds are a way of life. Deadly collisions result. For the most critical patients, it takes a helicopter to get them to the hospital fast enough to save their lives.
People have nice, normal lives, and then something happens, and we kind of drop in out of the sky.
Aerovac tries to be off the ground with the patient in no more than 7 minutes.
People die within the first hour after trauma. We can be in the air, land on the scene, and have them back at the hospital within 15 minutes.
It's 2 a.m. Cindy Rust and her team are leaving Phoenix behind, heading into the blackened mountains. Somewhere, a man is trapped under his car deep in a ravine. He's been there an hour. It's this kind of call that could scare even a veteran.
The pilots, my life is in their hands every time we go somewhere.
A lot of these landing zones, sometimes they're not the best in what you would want. Add in the factor of night, where you really have a problem with visibility, and it can be very, very dangerous.
Cindy and the pilot can see the accident, but they can't get close to it. JD has no choice. He'll have to land 2 miles away at a sheriff's office.
I couldn't copy what you last said. Did they get the guy out? No, it's going to be a little while before they can get him out. They're in the process of getting jacks and some stuff down there. Paramedics 4 on the deck.
They have to be driven to the accident scene.
You can tell him the gate's open if he wants to. I can send somebody else back to go pick him up. I'm not sure.
No, he's the pilot. He'll stay with the aircraft. Yeah, we're at the accident scene, and I'll ask them the 21 on the radio that we're down.
We're at the lake. Sounds like somebody put their car in the lake and they're having extrication problems. Patient's still stuck in the car.
Under the engine.
At Canyon Lake, Cindy has to climb down a ravine to get to the patient. It's a precarious scene.
Sometimes I can squeeze in a tight place, not a little.
Chris Hawk swerved to miss a rabbit. Now he's trapped under the weight of his car. At any moment, the car could shift and crush him.
He's got a rock right under that tire right there, you see it?
It was kind of an extrication challenge because you really didn't have anything to prop up with. There was a lot of loose rock and debris and brush and stuff.
They pull slowly, gently. The car is only being propped up by a jack.
I love taking care of people and affecting their outcomes.
With this kind of extrication, most patients are pulled out dead, but Chris is alive.
Chris, lay your head down. We're going to pretend that you have a problem with your neck.
Cindy thinks Chris's neck could be broken.
Chris, what happened to your arm? You have a pretty good burn scar. Do you remember everything? What happened? You just going too fast and lose it?
Put this sleeve on
A rabbit?
Somebody apparently saw him go off the road. DPS went up there, couldn't find him, and called it off. And then somebody else finally heard him yelling. Weird. Really weird.
I'll get the bag cut. Todd, I'll get that stuff if you can help with the boy.
Chris is out from under the car, but he still has a long way to go. First to the chopper, then to the hospital.
We try to never be on a scene longer than 12 minutes. If we're on the scene 12 minutes, there needs to be a reason. Prolonged extrication, distance that we might have to travel from the aircraft. But we try to get off the ground as quick as possible.
We're going to be taking you over to Scottsdale Osborne, and the way we're going to do that is take you in a helicopter. You know you're a long ways out. Is that your elbow that's hurting you?
I came from an emergency room background. You go from a supportive role to making decisions on how you're going to treat your patients. And there's no one to turn around and say, hey, Dr. So-and-so, am I doing the right thing?
I know it hurts, Chris. Sorry about that.
Chris could have crush injuries and internal bleeding. They won't know until they get him to the trauma center.
One of the ambulance guys told him he was his hero, I think because he hadn't seen anybody live through something like that before.
I want to make sure you're okay because you should have a lot more wrong with you than what we can find right now.
Surprisingly, Chris Hawks has escaped major injury. He has only minor cuts and bruises and a broken arm.
It was like taking the house from the land of Oz from Kansas and dropping it on top of you. I mean, there were 2 feet sticking out, 40 feet down an embankment with rocks and brush. He should have been crushed.
That's a 4 minute. They can do that quicker.
Beauty.
Next, on another episode of Paramedics, long hours, sleepless nights, and adrenaline-filled rescues. Experience the chaos of medicine in the streets. Next on Discovery Health Channel. Real life, medicine, miracles.